Hey everyone, this is Miss Overstreet and I'm going to show you how to do the OPTIC Graphic Organizer for the Frida Kahlo Activity 1.6. So all I'm going to do is it's under my classwork, under assignments. So I'm going to click right here where it says OPTIC Graphic Organizer, click on the document. I am going to open this up in a Word document. If it doesn't open in a Word document, that would be the time that I would use Cami or the extension of Read and Write and Text Help PDF. But this one will open in Google Docs. So the way that this is filled out, one, I have to know the picture that it's talking about, because in the instructions it states you will use the graphic organizer for Frida Kahlo's assignment. So activity 1.6. So in order to do that, I need to be able to look at activity 1.6. This is where I'm going to go to my resources right here. And I'm going to go here to where it says, I'm going to scroll down, Unit 1 PDF. This I'm going to open with my Read and Write for Chrome because that gives me my PDF text. And you can open it in Cami, I guess. But I like this better because this will actually read to me. Now, what I'd like to do is just go into it through Springboard, but this, as you can see from my other videos, whoops. Yep, this one's actually is my teacher account. I thought I was logged into my other account. There it is. There's my other account. So let me go back here to my other account where I'm just a student. And again, I can still do it the same way. Go to my classwork. Go to OPTIC Organizer. I can still open this in Google Docs. I'm going to close that out. And that's how I know this is my school account, this is my student account from the different icons. And that's how come I know I was in the wrong place. So if I go back over here to my classwork for English, for my English as a student, again, if I have the extension already downloaded, I can go to resources, scroll down to Unit 10. And again, since I don't have a student account, Read and Write for Google Chrome, since I don't have a student account for my other Gmail account, I can't log into the textbook. And some of you have stated that you can't log into the textbook. So I can still get into the textbook through resources because Unit 1 is already here. And so this actually, because I've opened this up before, it's actually at the place I need to be. The OPTIC Organizer, if I was to go back to the beginning of this, let's say I didn't know that was activity 1.6. I could look over here in the corner of my screen. At the top of each page, it will tell me what activity I'm in. So right here, it tells me I'm in activity 1.6. The OPTIC Organizer, if I wasn't in class, I can look and see right here. OPTIC is explained right here. It's used for visual text, including paintings, photographs, advertisements, so forth. Okay. So here is what I'm supposed to be using for my OPTIC Organizer in Google Docs. So here in the overview, and the reason why I like the Google Docs for the OPTIC is because I can actually move these questions to kind of answer them. I've got it. So I can generate questions. It says look at the artwork for 10 seconds, generate questions, e.g. meaning examples given of these right here. So I can either answer these questions or I can put more of my own based on what I see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looked at it for 10 seconds. Going back here, what's the subject? What strikes you as interesting or odd? What's happening? Those are some questions. Some other questions might be, why is there lightning? Or I may want to just stop, answer these. Sun with tongues. Don't know. Okay, so this does not require you to look on the internet. If you look at this for 10 seconds, then you will come up with some questions. Why is there a dead skull? Okay, and there's many more that you can have. All right, so next, that's the overview. Next is the parts. Look closely at the artwork, making note of important elements and details. Ask additional questions, such as who are the figures, what is the setting and time period, what symbols are present, what historical information would aid in this piece, why is she in the middle of the painting, or you can just answer them. Who are the figures? It's just Frida Kahlo. Setting, time period, don't know. Maybe 1900s. What symbols are present? Flags, Mexican and American. What historical information would aid understanding this piece? The time period. Okay. And again, if you really study this, and you can even blow it up and look at it really closely, you can come up with all kinds of questions and analytical. If you're a Pink Floyd person, this is definitely Pink Floyd looking. So there's some things that you can add as parts or questions. Now the title. Consider what the title and written elements of the text suggest about meaning. How does the title relate to what is portrayed? Well, the title of this is right here. Self-portrait on the borderline between Mexico and the United States. So consider what the title and any written elements of the text suggest about meaning. Well, it suggests that there might be conflict. There might be conflict with cultures. There's some words here and here. I don't see any other words anywhere. So there's 2 words there. Written elements. So for to indicate the factories. And then under Frida is something in Spanish. How does the title relate to what is portrayed? Frida is definitely painted in the middle of the portrait. Okay, and so the self-portrait on the borderline between Mexico and the United States. So she's definitely standing in the middle. Like for connections between the title, caption, parts of art, how are the different elements related? Well, you can obviously see there's something not terrible, but something that is culturally different between the two. This looks very industrialized. This does not. This side looks like there might be a lot of photographs taken of her, a lot of attention on her. This side, it doesn't. So there's lots of things here. So relationships between the two. How are different elements related? They all relate back to her experiences, meaning Frida. Okay, got a couple of spelling errors here. Okay, now obviously you're going to have more into this than what I'm putting. I'm just putting an example. Okay, if you just put what I put, your highest grade will be a 60. And that's not passing. So it's better than a 0, but it's not your work. This is my work. Okay, and some of you are actually getting your answers from a textbook out of California, which I don't know how that's possible because I don't know that that is a pink dress. Can you tell that that's a pink dress? This is a black and white photo. Please tell me how that's a pink dress or how this is related in different colors, because I would really like to know. Now, I can imagine that being orange, yes, but it's not orange in the painting. Okay? This is how I know that you've taken answers from a textbook that is not from my textbook or from any other textbook. All right, so my conclusion back here, this was your inner relationships. How is everything the same? How is everything different? And my conclusion is she may not have been happy in America. And of course, be prepared to support your conclusion with evidence. So I might have to go back and look at something that was said back in the text up here. And if I'm going to use one of the text up here, then I would have to give Hayden Herrera the credit. So if I went to, let's just say I wanted to use this right here, 1 by 1, round the clock, and copy that, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, so that's not my words, so I'm going to put it in quotation marks, and I'm either going to put a dash or I'm going to put it in a sentence form, Hayden Herrera. Okay, I'm not going to leave it there thinking that it's my own words and making me think it's my own, that it's your own words. I did not say them. I did not form them. They have nothing to do with anything. Plus, this quote right here has nothing to do with the picture of Frida right here. So if you use this, you're going to get it counted off because this has nothing to do with that. It's just an example of taking text, putting it in, and citing it correctly. Okay, so this is how you do the OPTIC Graphic Organizer. If you still have questions, you can email me or send me a comment through Google Classroom. Let's see, resources. So then, because I finished that and I had assigned it as a document for everyone, it should still be there. Graphic Organizer. Okay, so this is my work. So if I open it in Google Docs, all my work should be there. And it takes it a minute to load. Because I did it on the form that was given to me. And the little circles are still going, so I know it's still loading. Now when this stops, that's when I know that it's completely downloaded. If it's blank, then I know my work did not save. Okay, so my work did not save on this. Okay, so I can also look to see if it's in my Google Drive. So I'll go to my Google Drive, and in my recent, it should pop up, and I can see my work is right there. So I'm going to insert it. And then I'm going to turn it in. So I'll have this one that I've sent to you and then this one that I've created. So I'll have two things submitted when I turn it in. And so then I know that that's been turned in. If I grade it and send it back, then you have an opportunity to redo it again. But in the resource tab is the best place to find your, and I'm going to switch users here, is the best place to find this unit PDF. And When we go into Unit 2, you'll have a Unit 2 PDF just like this, because some students still can't get into Google or into the class links. So then Google Classroom. And again, go into what, do my classwork, my assignments, my daily check-in, resources, readings, and Google Meets. Now, obviously, I can go down and I can scroll down to everything that I need to. So like if I wanted to just scroll down, I could and go to Unit 1 and click on it. But I don't have to. I can click over here. All right, so that's how you do your OPTIC Organizer. If you have any questions, please contact me and let me know. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.